Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Wednesday, June 8th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be taking a quick look back at yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about my core picks for today for the FanDuel main slate as a 10-game main slate overall, and then I'm going over my top GPP stacks for the FanDuel main slate as well. But without further ado, we'll get started with a recap of yesterday's picks. At the pitcher position, we had Dakota Hudson, $7,700. Got to 40 points yesterday. He was a hit. Ended up being the 6th overall pitcher on the slate. He was one of the top value pitchers and not a popular one at that. He was a 1% ownership guy, so a very good hit there. Then we had second baseman Ozzie Albies, $3,300. Got to 6 points, so he was a push yesterday. Not a guy that was super great, but not a guy that hurt us either. Then we moved down to Bryson Stott, $2,300 at shortstop. 0 points yesterday. He was a miss, 0 for 4, just kind of unfortunate there. Looked like a pretty good matchup for him for going against Jason Alexander of the Brewers, making his second career start. Just didn't end up panning out for him yesterday, though. Then we moved down to outfield with Yordan Alvarez, $4,300. Got to 28.4 points, so he was a hit in the 7th overall outfielder on yesterday's slate. And then last but not least, we had Teoscar Hernandez, $2,800, got to 13 points, so he was ahead as well. So it was a pretty good day overall yesterday. The one lone miss there was the Bryson Stott pick, which was kind of the value play, hoping he could do a little bit of something. Just unfortunate that he did end up getting 0 points yesterday, but a pretty solid day all around yesterday. But with that being said, we'll get over to the core picks for today. We're going to start off with the pitcher position with Sean Manaea, $10,000, averaging about 36 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against the New York Mets today. Obviously, the Mets are probably down Pete Alonso and Starling Marte after both of them got hurt yesterday, so that really reduces their lineup quite a bit. Sean Manaea has pretty good history versus these Mets hitters as well. Obviously, Francisco Lindor still kind of dealing with that finger or whatever he jammed in the hotel door as well, so not quite afraid of this Mets offense as we would be on some other days. Then we move down to second baseman DJ LeMahieu, $3,300, averaging just under 10 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against Chris Archer and the Twins today. He is 3 for 8 versus him in his career, and DJ LeMahieu is really starting to hit the ball well once again, so definitely have a ton of interest in him today and this Yankees team overall. At third base, we have Justin Turner at $2,900, averaging under 9 fantasy points per game on the season. Goes against Johnny Cueto today. He has a long track record versus him where he is 15 for 40 with 2 home runs. So you can definitely say there is quite a bit of history and quite a bit of upside in Justin Turner today. Then we move down to outfielder Anthony Santander, $3,200, averaging over 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He is 3 for 3 versus Marcus Stroman, who's pitching for the Cubs today, so offers some upside there. Not hitting the ball as great this year, but hopefully that turns around in this game overall. If you want to go a little bit cheaper in the outfield, you could look at it one of his counterparts in Austin. He is at $2,900 as well. Then last but not least, we have Ronald Acuna Jr., $4,200, averaging over 14 fantasy points per game on the season. A guy that I expect to be pretty popular today since he did hit the 2 home runs yesterday, but he's going against a rookie in Koenig today for the A's. Left-handed pitcher as well. So I would definitely have a ton of interest in Ronald Acuna once again. He's the guy that just didn't make my list yesterday, and unfortunately I wish he did because he had a monster day, but he's still in a ton of my lineups as well. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players that I do have listed here for my core, you'll have $11,400 remaining. Just over $2,800 per player. So this is a little less than I normally like to give you guys when I'm starting out with this core. I like to give you a little bit of money so you can make some choices and who you want to spend up for and stuff. But today, more of a balanced build with a kind of a spend up option in Ronald Acuna. So you're probably going to have to find some value picks overall on today's slate. But the good news is there'll probably be quite a bit of them once again today as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the core picks for today. So the ones that I do have for today are the Atlanta Braves going against Koenig. I believe it's Jared Koenig for the Oakland A's. He's a left-handed pitcher, 28-year-old rookie, making his MLB debut. Sounds like a guy we want to take advantage on today's slate. So whether you're looking at Ronald Acuna, Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna, anybody you really want to pick out of this bunch, you could look at Adam Duvall, but he did end up getting scratched yesterday too, so we'll see if he plays today or not. Then we have the Los Angeles Dodgers going against Johnny Cueto. Obviously, Justin Turner's the big one because he has the long track record versus him. Cody Bellinger also had some success against him. You could look at Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman. You pretty much name it. Any Dodgers hitter you could look at today. Then we have the Yankees going against Chris Archer. Honestly, he has okay history versus some of these hitters, but it's still Chris Archer. He's still liable to give up runs and not pitch deep into the game. So the Yankees hitters still look very good today. And then last but not least, we have the Baltimore Orioles going against Marcus Stroman. Obviously, a lot of these hitters have seen him quite a bit in the past, have had some success versus him. So guys like Anthony Santander, Austin Hayes, Trey Mancini, those are going to be the guys that I'm focusing on today for the Baltimore Orioles. But with that being said, these are my core picks as well as top GPP stacks for today, June 8th. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's somebody from my core picks, whether it's someone from my top GPP stacks, or whether it's a completely different player you guys think I missed. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's MLB or USFL. Those are the two main ones at this point in time. And then once NFL and NBA regular seasons start back up, I'll be covering those two sports as well. And then with that being said, if you're a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. And like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.